Hello. Hi guys. Matt on both platforms. Let's go. Divine timing. I'm eating breakfast on my break. Yay. Oh my gosh, just saw 222. Let's freaking go. Oh. Big collective deep breath. Hi guys. How's it going? Hi friends. Ooh, I feel like I don't know. I just want to snuggle you all. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's going on. I honestly need a good snuggle for sure. For sure. How are we hanging on? How's it going? How are we? Hello. Okay, I need to get my TikTok chat up. Okay, nice lazy day. Yeah, it seemed like your slip and slide time was really fun. Thank you, Tay. Thank you, thank you. I've had like it's been an interesting, I mean, this week has been so interesting since that Capricorn full moon, guys. It's like, what? Okay, like I was sharing this with my bonus sister. I was like, as an astrologer, right? I see the patterns, I see them, and I'm like, oh, cool, patterns. Yes, pattern recognition. I'm seeing what's happening. But when you're in it, it's a whole different thing. It's a completely different tone. It's a completely different texture. And I'm like, oh, whoa, this is crazy. Welcome, Allie. And hi to those of you who are popping into the TikTok live. I see you, I see you, I see you. Welcome. Hi. It's so interesting to just like be in that and just be just in the storm that is. And I'm really excited for the astrology for this week coming up. It's, I don't know if exciting is the right word, but it's just going to be very beautiful to like see how it unfolds, which now makes me think of the song Unfold by Porter Robinson. Love that song. And I feel like that is very akin to just the tone that's present. How did Mia do? Mia was good. Mia was ready to go home. She hung out with me, and the fireworks weren't that loud where we're at because you can't actually do fireworks where I'm at because of fire hazards. So I could see the fireworks actually happening in the city near me from where I was at. So I watched for a little bit. Your dog threw up. I'm sorry. That is hilarious. Because of the fireworks, or yeah, Graham, how was your dog too? I know our dogs were all a weird combo of great, but also things are rough. Yeah, that sounds like basically what is present. Sounds like the energy. And it was strange because this morning I don't know if you guys connect with this or if this is similar to how things have been feeling for you. It's like, I mean, we're in Cancer season. This Mercury retrograde is in Cancer, and it feels like I'll like come up for air and I'm like, oh my gosh, everything's good. Everything's fine. I'm like so deeply aligned with myself. And then like a wave will like pummel me and I'm like under and I'm choking on the water and I'm just like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And then I catch my breath and I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah. So it's been Swaddle played watery music. Yeah. Oh, good snuggle fest. I love that. Water leak in my neighborhood since 7. Oh, that's good. They'll have it fixed. Nice to see you. Wait, hold on. I'm reading your username. Milk mac and cheese. That is so cute. Welcome. Currently no water. Ugh. That's tough. Water is essential. It's interesting. Before just going live, I got like this wave of anxiety, which was weird. But yeah, it's just a part of like what is present. So we've got some things happening this week, some transits that I'm excited to talk about. And just, yeah, I feel very soft, very soft, very soft and supple. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling right now. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. Every Sunday, I go live talking about the astro forecast for the week ahead. So we'll be diving into what's moving. It's kind of like, instead of the weather forecast, it's an energy forecast. So, Matthew, I am so excited to meet with you. You just booked with me, huh? I'm like looking at my calendar. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Double check your email. My email might have landed in spam for you, but there's an intake form for you to fill out with your birth time stuff. So definitely check that out, Matt. Yay. Okay, cool. Yay. I'm so excited. That's so fun. Yay. My heart is so happy. I'm now there's only 5 bookings open for July. So 5 spots open if you've been wanting to sit and have me dive into your natal chart. For those of you who are interested, that's what I got space left for. Oh my gosh. Anne, I'm so glad you're here. You missed my whole intro where I'm like, yep, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Mercury retrograde is kind of just coming for us right now. It's not fun. It's like, just to kind of recap for those of you who are popping in for the first time, it's essentially like all the, like, think of like the sea floor, right, where like the sand settles, and I'm thinking of like the parts that we have yet to look at and touch metaphorically. It's like though that dust is being kicked up so we can see the last little lingering patterns. And so, like I've shared in my newsletter and just kind of have been reiterating this tone, everybody is going through their own personal hurricane right now. We are all going through our own personal storms, and the key thing is to stay in integrity with your own energy and to understand, oh, these are my stories that are coming up about this situation. Is this true? What are the cold hard facts, Capricorn? Is this true? Is this true? Or is this fantasy? Like that is present. I haven't been scared lately, but for one moment I was like, the purge is right now. Yeah, I don't really go that deep into those sorts of things, or like fear, and like, but the fear does come up, and like the fear that has been coming up for me is like, yeah, what has been my fears? Oh, just basically stepping into the life that I desire to live, but it takes sacrifice. So fun. But yeah, for the rest of this week, we've got some movements happening. Yeah, it feels like there's something else that wants to be shared before I jump in. So I'm just going to give some space and room for that. Yeah, with this retrograde, there's this deeper reevaluation of how we emotionally respond to things. So even with me just doing that right there, like taking a pause instead of just jumping to the next thing, like really feeling into like what else wants to be said. Hi, Matt. Yeah. Hello, Callie. Thank you everybody for liking and sharing the live too. I deeply, deeply appreciate you and doing that helps my content get out to people who may enjoy it. So, mm, there's a new round of awakenings. Oh yeah, yeah. There has been. Yeah, it's like the next, yeah. And so the way I've been perceiving things, this is less about astrology and my own personal perception, is that people who have been deeply in their, like, you can see the pattern, like creators that I've really adored, I've seen their growth in their trajectory where it's gone into different forms and different spaces, and then other people step up into that position that they were just inhabiting, and then so on and so forth. So we're all taking a collective step forward, which means people who had the awakenings like a year or so ago, plus like a year or two ago, they're stepping forward into what they're being called into. So then more people are waking up and they're about to become the guides for those people. And it's just like this, everybody's stepping forward. And so like for me personally, I'm not sure, Anne, if you've been keeping track of what I'm doing. I do not. You do not have to, but for anybody who is new here, I've completely shifted my offerings. I'm really reining in my energy because there's some bigger things that are coming through in my field that needs more of a intentional container for it. Yes, Aaliyah. Yes. The Russian dolls. Yes, 100%. Welcome, Daniel. Hello. How are you feeling? We'll check in. Ready, soldiers, let's freaking go. Hi, Callie. So yeah, I've reined in my offerings and am more intentionally holding people, taking on more personal clients than doing one-offs kind of things. And then additionally, my inner circle is completely like closed. Like I don't do any drop-ins anymore for my gatherings. It's just, yeah, deepening in integrity. So very tired, been working on the bus. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, let's not have that. We got a white supremacist in the chat. Thank you. Yeah. Bro. And with my new streaming thing, this totally makes sense. Hey Callie, can you switch over? Thank you. I was like, Callie, can you help me? Because for whatever reason, with this new software that I'm using, I can't do anything. So that's good that this is happening. And then I might make you a mod too. But I have to do that in the back end. So thank you. Well, we can just feel into that and we can just send this person some love and, you know, that's all we can do. Not really let it see. It's actually, this is a perfect example of like remaining true in your integrity. And I know, right? In your own integrity, and also like not letting other people's emotional shit storms, like, you know, do anything, right? So thank you. Thank you, Callie, for popping in and doing that for me. Yeah, I need to make some people some more mods and figure out how I can moderate with this new thing. So that was good that happened ultimately, because yeah, it just shows me where I still need to have some structure and stuff. Oh gosh, yeah. Like past Izzy probably would have gotten like real like about that, but ultimately it just is what it is and I can't be bothered. So thank you, Callie, for jumping over there and helping me. Oh hey, well, welcome. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I'll probably, that's actually a good task for me. Talk about boundaries. I need to set people as moderators, so I'm gonna write that down. If anybody is interested, you guys can ask. And then TikTok. Cool. Well, beautiful. Yippee! Okay, well, we're going to talk about the astro forecast for the week ahead now that we have made it through that wave. We made it through that. So this week we've got quite a few things happening. So first things first, on Monday, July 6th, we are going to be having the sun square Saturn. Okay. On Tuesday, July 7th, Neptune stations retrograde. We'll have a full convo about that. Thursday, July 9th, Venus enters Virgo. And I took a personal note that she'll be meeting with the South Node at its final degree in Virgo. And then Venus is trining Chiron at the same time. This is very interesting energy that I want to talk about. And then Sunday, July 12th, we have a Mercury Cazimi, which means Mercury retrograde is conjunct the sun. Love you, Graham. Thanks for popping in. We love you. We love you. Okay, so we're going to jump over here. And for my TikTok folks, we've got a new layout, which is really cool. I'm kind of digging it. Digging it. Okay, just got to adjust my screen a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's go to the 6th. So the sun is at 14 degrees of Cancer. Saturn is at 14 degrees of Cancer. Again, this is on Monday. So they're creating a square. Woo-wee mama. Yo, this is squares. All right, a little teaching moment for you guys. What is a square? What do squares do? For those of you who have been hanging out every Sunday with me, what is a square? What is it doing? I'll give you guys a moment to respond as I'm sipping my coffee. I'm seeing some answers over. Yep, I'm seeing answers on all these. It makes a square in the circle. Oh my gosh, this is great. Tension, tectonic plates. Yes, we've got the learning sent. Copy off their test and say get tension. Oh, that's a great Mappy. That's great. Yes. So in astrology, squares are 90-degree angles that create tension between two signs in the same modality. So we've got a cardinal square happening. Cardinal is the energy of starting things, of actually the initiation of energy, right? That you can think about a lighter, like that friction that creates the spark. And so squares, when their cardinal signs are squaring each other, it's kind of like this sort of energy of whose starting point is right. Welcome, Andrew. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I love my other 8th house Mercury. So this square that we're having happen on Monday is between our ego identity in Cancer, which we've been going through a softening. Ultimately, it's been this very tender, heart oriented space, squaring off to Saturn. And this is very interesting energy because it's giving mom and dad kind of energy, where we're deep in the terrain of understanding our emotions and understanding our emotional needs. And Saturn in Aries is such a different quality, is such a different texture, because Saturn in Aries has been really inviting us to actually slow down and build firm foundations for our identity. Now, the moon is in Aries on this day when this is happening. And normally I don't mention the moon, but since we're looking at the sun in Cancer, which Cancer rules over the moon, I feel like there is going to be some emotional charge to this day, where it's kind of like, I just saw that gif of the person holding the dog and the dog's like, it's like, okay, can you hold back taking certain actions that may be coming up right now? Now, the tension that comes up here, ultimately something's going to happen. That's sort of the way squares work. So I like to compare them to the tectonic plates, right? They rub up against each other and something happens as a result: tsunamis, earthquakes, etc. So with that being said, there's, a part of you that is really trying to slowly cultivate and slow down, right? That's what Saturn in Aries is really trying to teach us. It's giving us opportunities to practice patience and to practice slow, steady dedication. And the Sun in Cancer is like, but my feelings, but like this is like there's a lot of emotional substance that is like heavy, not heavy on the heart, but present on the heart. And so the square is kind of like, when's the right time to share this or like reveal this, or there's not going to be a right time. And I just feel this as like, again, this can show up as you and another person or you and you, depending on which role you reside in this, right? And it might be just an internal thing, right? So Saturn is saying, hey, we need to slow down and we need to like really get clear on our boundaries and our energy and who we are and how we want to show up. And the Sun in Cancer is saying, I have a lot of emotional needs that need to be met. And like, that's just what is present. And so the two of these are creating this tension, and whatever results as this, where whether that Cancer is a Cancer energy is the person in your life that's saying, hey, I have a lot of needs, I need them to be met. And you're sitting in that Saturn energy saying, hey, like, I don't have capacity, or I'm at capacity, these are my boundaries, will that work for you? And it's really this like, or you're vice versa, you are having a lot of emotions and another person is like setting a boundary. So what comes up as this is a mutual understanding of like reciprocity, of emotional responsibility. And so even if this is happening on an internal level for you with you, where there's a part of you that's like having a lot of big emotions that are coming up, and I feel like this is what is present as well. I mean, again, for those of you who are new here, I don't look at the transits until I'm sitting here right now with you guys. So all that stuff I was talking about earlier, I was like, that's just how I've been feeling. And then I'm reading it here in the astrology. So it's like bigger capacity. It's noticing, I need more. I need more space for myself. I need like more boundaries, or I need to express myself more. There is something as a result of this square that's coming up of really recognizing where are these boundary lines. And now I'm seeing like, you know, the invisible dog fencing sort of thing, how you're learning where that threshold is at this time, and you might not know until you cross over, and then you're like, wow, that was way too intense. So, oh, how fun to start our week that way. My hair is bugging me so bad, by the way, so Virgo things. Yeah. And with the moon being in Aries at this time too, there's going to be a little bit of emotional volatility. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a little like, woo, yippee, just like might act a little bit rash unintentionally, and or other people might respond very immaturely too, or feeling like your emotions feel a little bit immature at this time. And it's just really showing you where like you're needing more of, maybe more of this tenderness, right? More of this softer, nurturing energy from yourself as you're building more healthy boundaries. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's on Monday. Let's go ahead and jump to Tuesday, where we have Neptune stationing retrograde. And this is interesting because the moon is passing. Again, I don't usually do lunar transits, but the moon passes over Neptune and Saturn during that time. And so it's going to be a weird emotion. I do feel like emotions do have a very pivotal play in this moment, that Monday into Tuesday. Okay. I actually don't know when, I mean, I guess I could look at my giant calendar I have here. It's probably written somewhere here. Interesting. Ugh. Pluto stations direct that day. When does Neptune? It might be. Oh, it's December 12th. I don't know if that's right. Sorry, I'm like looking up the dates. I was like, yeah, it doesn't go back into Pisces. Yeah, December 12th. Did I guess I didn't write that down on my calendar. Oh, no, I did. I just didn't highlight it. You guys are seeing me real-time astrologer in action. So, okay. Hi, Sam. What did I miss? You've been driving the struggle bus? We've been talking about that freaking struggle bus and how we're all driving our own struggle bus. Beep, beep. Okay, so Neptune. Neptune station's retrograde. And something I want to bring into this conversation for this Tuesday is that Neptune, Pluto, and like Uranus, those are outer planets. They tend to be retrograde for a big chunk of time during the year. So this is a normal thing. It just invites in a deeper introspection. I don't care. I love it. All right. There we go. Okay, let's go. All right, I was just checking some things. So, get it. So, Neptune goes retrograde once a year for about like 5 months. 4 to 5 months. And so Neptune stations retrograde on July 7th and will be retrograde all the way until December 12th. Now, this isn't something to be afraid of. This is just inviting in a deeper introspection of this terrain that Neptune has been moving through. So what is that? How late are you? We've been live 30 minutes. We're only on Tuesday. So Haley, you can definitely check the live stream recap when I upload it to YouTube, or for anybody who's just popping in, you can subscribe to my newsletter. It's totally free, and I write all of this stuff down for it. So Neptune in Aries has been inviting in this deeper, like, really is giving the Ace of Cups. I'm wondering if I have the Ace of Cups card here. It was in a reading that I just posted on YouTube. There it is. It's giving this. This is what Neptune in Aries is giving. It's giving this. Self-love, like this, like overflowing abundance of like self-love and self-devotion. And this, for me, Neptune going retrograde, it is inviting in a little bit of the removal of some of the rose-colored glasses a bit, or just really seeing where self-love has been maybe self-protection to a certain degree, or just really noticing what you consider self-love to be, whether it's like bypassing or if it's being truly honest with yourself. So Neptune moving retrograde, it's really just bringing us into looking at, I do see it for a lot of people, because we've been talking about boundaries. I do see it being a little bit more of like a closing of the like getting, like stepping back into the depths of the chalice of the Ace of Cups, of like settling into these deeper parts of yourself and really feeling like, what have I cultivated? Where is this love taking me? Where is this new identity that has been taking form beginning to move me? And yeah, as I'm like, when I close my eyes, I'm literally sitting and like visualizing the archetype of Neptune, and Neptune just like literally, he showed me like a mirror, like there's this deeper reflection period of like, oh, I heard like how your self-love looks on you, how this self-devotion looks on you. It's like you're going to get a closer look at where there's still like cracks in the boundaries too, because Saturn in Aries has been really supportive of Neptune here too, where it's like laying down this foundation for Neptune to kind of like expand. And reevaluating. Yeah, this is actually really massive. As I'm like really sitting with it, it's like I've had to get like quiet with it. And that's going to be a big part of this too. Even what's happening to me as I'm like deepening into this energy. It's like, um, how quiet can you get with yourself? How honest can you get with yourself? And it's like in that turn of deeper like honesty and deeper connection that you are, it's like deepening into love. It's very interesting how this image is coming through. Neptune retrograde is like elongating this chalice that I'm seeing in my mind's eye, and it's actually like allowing it to like the base of it to grow a bit deeper. And so it's not from this like what's at the top, the surface level, at what people can see and appreciate, that's like overflowing, right? It's the deeper parts of self-love. It's this deeper part of like, and this comes into edges of reciprocity too, is what I'm feeling, because Neptune and Aries, this Aries energy is about self. And it's like, how can we incorporate wise selfishness? And for me, wise selfishness is actually making sure that you are putting yourself first, making sure that your needs are met, and not like this, I'm going to put a face mask on and take a bath, in like I'm moving my body every day because I know it's good for my body. It's creating for the sake of creating because it brings me joy. It's eating food in a reverent, like devotional manner. It's deeper than these like superficial self-love, like band-aid stickers. That's what this Neptune retrograde is really inviting us into, is like, what is truly nourishing to you, the you that you are like in the process of bringing to the surface. And you may realize during this retrograde time that it's very different than what you thought it could be, right? It's like, oh, I've got to like clean up the way I relate to loving myself, because your love may have devotion, baby, full circle devotion. Yeah, 1000% Callie. And I got just like full body chills reading that. You have to enter that separate, deeper plane to find what you're looking for, sort of through the archives a bit. Yeah, I love that, Sam. Yeah, it's deeper. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean. And a good reframe too that's coming to mind, this is something that I've had to do as somebody that has a lot of like Neptunian Pisces energy in my chart, is like sometimes love songs, I want to make them about love, but I always like reframe them as like devotion to myself, like me singing them to me, like re-devoting that sort of energy to me from me. Love letter to me from me for me. Yeah. I'm like, what else, Neptune? Because as I was like closing my eyes, and what I was seeing in like my internal landscape is this sort of like, can you actually sit with yourself? And it's showing like mirror work being very important during this time too, like actually like sitting with yourself, not the self that you, because we're at this interesting juncture, and I've been sharing it with like my clients that I've been meeting with, like this year 2026 is a like a metamorphosis year for all of us. Like our old self is dying and our new self is being born, like because all of the outer planets have moved into new signs, and we're all just like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? And so this sort of metamorphosis, oh, my AC kicked on, and I was so like in the channel that like all I was hearing was the vibration of my voice. And then like when I stopped, I heard it, and oh, I love that. First in, first out. Oh my gosh, taking me back to my grocery store days. Oh my gosh. FIFO. Yeah. AC jump scare. Yeah. The Holy Spirit, like, I'm like, I'm in it. And so if none of you guys have ever done mirror work before, it's like just a big piece of my practice now. And mirror work is like literally sitting with yourself in front of the mirror every day. You can't hide from yourself. You can't hide from yourself when you're sitting and literally looking at yourself, and you sit with the parts that go, oh, this part of my body looks weird, or oh, like something like this feeling isn't valid. And like you get to literally watch all of the stories kind of melt away the more you continue to return. And this Neptune in Aries retrograde is like being true to yourself. Hello, welcome, Reese Meg. How's it going? Yeah, this is potent energy. Yeah, I'm kind of like hanging out on it for a while because I actually feel like I'm sitting with the archetype of Neptune in Aries, like the physical embodiment. Like, I invite you guys to think about like what would that feel like in your body. That's how I've gotten closer to my understanding of astrology over the last, I don't know, what has it been, 12 years? I don't know anymore. Because yeah, now I'm picking up that thread that I left, because this sort of transformational phase that we're in, this sort of transitional period, there is a deeper desire for self-devotion and self-love that has yet to even be seen collectively, right? It's not this like surface level, I'm going to post on Instagram that I went to a spa. It's like, yeah, this radical inventory, which is so, so beautiful. So beautiful. Wow, my YouTube folks, you guys are so quiet over there. I see you guys watching. I see some lurkers too who haven't said hi. And for some people who are watching on like incognito browsers, I see you too. That's like the perfect segue, Sam, because that's what we're going to be talking about next, which I'm so excited for. And there's so much yummy things happening. I just have to name the lurkers because I feel them. I feel the eyes. First live, kind of nervous. You're good, Haley. Okay. So as we move forward, on Thursday, on the 9th, we have Venus entering Virgo. And this is actually like, oh no, it's doing this dumb thing where it's not letting me select the mouse. So give me a second. We're going to pop back here for a moment, and I have to force close my thing, my epic pen. So give me a second, guys. I don't know why it does that, but that's okay. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? There's a gnat flying in front of my face, confirming the lurkers watching me. What am I waiting for? While gaming, let's go. Hi, Wolfie. Okay, we're back. We're back and better than ever. Okay, cool. First live too, you normally watch on YouTube. So I'm so fucking ready for Venus to be in Virgo. Let's fucking go. Oh. Yes. Okay. So let me get professional with it. Welcome back. So Venus enters Virgo, and while she enters Virgo, 0 degrees south node meeting south node, and then there is a trine happening to, excuse me, burping, Chiron in Taurus. So there's a lot of pieces happening on this day that I really want to name, but first I'm just going to start with talking about Venus and Virgo. And before I do that, I'm going to do a Virgo thing and invite everybody to drink some water. Okay, yes, confirmation burp. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to you guys over on TikTok on my astrology account. Um, so I'm reading what Sam wrote. Daughters, spend your life loving, not seeking love. The ocean need not seek water. I love that. Hi, Amber. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Amber, just a little fun heads up. Most people that hang out in the Discord server tend to watch this on Twitch. I don't know if you use Twitch, but I'm live on Twitch and YouTube also. Just a little heads up for everybody. But I know you've been mingling in the community, so I just thought I'd bridge that for you. But Venus entering Virgo on the 9th. This is such a different shift in energy, right? Venus is our planet of love, of devotion, of giving, receiving, mostly receiving, truly. But this is where I'm going to get on my Virgo high horse. I love Virgo energy. Virgo is the mind, body, spirit alignment. Virgo is the 6th sign, meaning that Virgo bridges, right? We have the first 6 signs, Aries to Virgo, and then there's this threshold here before we enter Libra. Libra is all about partnership, and all of these last 6 signs are all about partnership and or collective connection. Okay, so this is the deeper understanding of being purely in alignment with self before entering co-creation with another. And Virgo, let's talk about the archetype of Virgo for a second. What I'm hearing is I'm getting a man soon. That is absolutely not at all what I'm saying, but we're going to talk a little bit deeper about it and then we'll connect. Virgo, it's a reclamation of the word virgin, right? Because the word virgin that has been translated by the Bible means like a woman with like her physical integrity of her maidenhood, right? That's not what virgin meant. Virgin, when we actually research that and actually go back, virgin was a sovereign woman who had autonomy over her body and who got access to it. Okay. So very, very deep. And so Virgo is all about like getting things in order in preparation. So maybe Reese, maybe it's like getting, all dot the I's, cross the T's. But Virgo's a lot deeper than that. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And it's the feminine rulership of Mercury. When we look at Mercury, Mercury is a sacred hermaphrodite. It is both masculine and feminine. It is non-binary. And so when we look at the feminine archetype of Mercury, we look at Virgo. And the mercurial magic that comes from Venus in Virgo is womb-based wisdom. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a womb or not. We all came from a womb. There is this deeper power that comes here. So instead of dipping into the more cerebral control aspect that Virgo can go into where it gets a little neurotic, I'm going to invite this collective of people to deepen into that inner knowing. This is the gut instinct that comes out. That is Virgo. That's that knowing of like, this is not right. This is not in alignment. This is not for me. Because I've been balancing myself and my inner workings to actually be able to meet the world I desire to meet, because reflection and as within so without, yada yada yada. Venus and Virgo really invites us into finding and being clear on our needs. Thanks for the follow, Cookie Juggler. That is a amazing username. Freaking love that. So as Venus enters Virgo, she and through her duration through Virgo, it's going to be like, oh, the world is not ready for this. It's not ready for this because everybody's going to be like, my standards high. Like, it's being so clear on what reciprocity is and like what is actually deserving of your energy. It's cleaning up the stuff. It's cleaning up the dust that is being kicked up by Mercury and Cancer. It's like really grounding in this like very powerful, like again, the reclamation of the word virgin, right? This deep sovereign individual of like, I get to choose who engages with my energy because the purity of my vessel, because again, mind, body, spirit alignment, if things are off in your body, it messes with your emotions. If your emotions are off, they tax your body. If your spiritual world is chaotic, that messes with everything. This is all about getting things in alignment and understanding your heart in this story, right? Venus and Virgo is saying, my desires of my heart are at the highest tier and I will not settle. I just heard from Throne of Glass that's going to make me cry. You do not yield. If you know, you know. My heart. My heart, like you do not settle, right? This is knowing the deeper desires and your goals and not tolerating anything less. Yummy. So to deepen even deeper into this energy, Venus on this day particularly, right? So that's just that bigger thread of Venus moving through Virgo. It's going to be like also like cleaning shit up, cleaning up your diet, cleaning up like, especially with Neptune going retrograde, which is the higher octave of Venus. It's like cleaning up your diet, getting your routines in order. And for those who are desiring love, desiring connection, right? So to bring that into the conversation, like, is there room for a person in your life? And when I say that, I mean, do you have enough cutlery to serve another person a meal if they were to come over? Is there room in your closet for somebody to move in? Is that even what you want? Is there actual territory and space in your life for another person to inhabit? If not, it's time to clean up shop. It's time to, and also this brings in the question. Yep. See, and same. I'm right there with you, Callie. I'm like, I don't think there's room in my house for another person, but I also don't think that I want to live with another person right now, or things like that. Or I'd be fine for somebody to spend the night, but I wouldn't want them living with me. There's this deeper piece with this as well around like hygiene, right? Spiritual hygiene, emotional hygiene, physical hygiene, right? Taking care of yourself. And this is my bigger question with Venus entering Virgo. Are you doing the things that you desire your partner to be doing? So if you're like, oh my God, I want them to be like working out 5 days a week and I want them to be like really healthy and like have like, I want them to be a Greek god. I literally saw the like Chad meme. Like if that's your person, like, are you living like that? If not, you have no fucking right to expect somebody else to be doing that level of self-care if you're not doing it yourself. That's what Venus and Virgo is saying. Hate to just be so real with you. I'm a Virgo rising. I'm just going to be so honest with you. When I talk about spiritual hygiene, this is like not watching all the readings. This is trusting your intuition. This is, you know, like finding those balances of obsessive, like where you can go too far on the other end of the spectrum in the obsessing over like reading the signs, reading the things and going too far into the like, oh, it's like be center. You already fucking know. You already know. You know. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, we can appreciate the readings, but all still know that like our answers, like my deepest desire is like, I love sharing these readings and what I do here in the work that I do, I love it. But people who actually work with me one-on-one, they know that I'm only here to just hand the power back to you. That's what I do, is guide you back to yourself. Sometimes we need like, like thinking about the, hero's journey, Joseph Campbell, right? Like the mentor, right? Sometimes we do need those archetypes to come in and shake us up a little bit that go, hey, by the way, shit's a little crazy. Like it's time to change things, but you have to take action. You can't just keep watching the freaking readings, even mine included, and not take action. Yeah. Yep. Removing excess without removing meaning. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Yes. So I got a little passionate on my high horse there, guys, but it's one of those deeper things where it's like, I've always struggled with people that are like, I just want to ascend to the 77th dimension. And I'm like, do you not realize that that's where you already came from? And we're here to be in a body and like live a human life. I know it's not the coolest thing, but there's so much magic here. Can I still curse in chat? I don't know. You can try. I don't know. Izzy told me no more TikTok readings in a TikTok a while ago, and I dead ass listened. Let's go. So that is Venus. That is Venus in Virgo. She's like, and that's that spiritual hygiene. She's like, I gotta radically take care of my shit. This might even be like looking at health things that maybe like you've been putting off on the back burner, or things that like, you know, need to be taken care of. Like Venus and Virgo is like, yeah, I'm going to take care of those things. Okay. So that might be landing for some of you. Now, on this day specifically, on July 9th, she's meeting with the South Node in Virgo, which I love this because at the same time, there's this trine happening to Chiron and Taurus. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Empathish. By the way, yeah, for those of you who are watching, I'm live over on TikTok and YouTube. Bigger screen if you have a desktop or things like that, just a heads up. But also for those of you who have joined me on the TikTok live, first off, thank you for liking and sharing. Thank you. It gets my content out to other people. But also, like, how do you like this format? Because I changed it up. I did a little test run. Hi, Harmony, my lover, my sweet baby child. Oh, hello. How you feeling, lover girl? Okay. I'm gonna tune back into this energy. My card spread said that getting lost in the minute can't delay me any longer. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, we're just doing got the streaming all set up the way that I wanted it. So this energy of Venus meeting the South Node at its final degrees, right? So the thing about the nodes, they actually go backwards. It's like a reversal. So they go the other direction than the planets. So they go that way while the planets all go counterclockwise. So just for context, the South Node's going to be moving into Leo and the North Node into Aquarius on the 29th, 25th or 29th. I can't remember, just the number looking thing. So this is a very, very, very potent day of like really understanding the like final lessons that have been happening with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo, which the North Node in Pisces has been like really talking about like letting go and letting God. And I feel like this Venus in Virgo is this sort of like rounding into the practical of letting go and letting God, where it's like, yeah, I trust the divine timing of things. I trust myself. I trust God. I trust my connection to source. And I'm going to take the action that I've been divinely led to take and like get things in order. Okay. So her meeting the South Node, while this is making a trine to Chiron and Taurus, which is all about our relationship to our values, our relationship to our body, and this wound that is now just kind of surfacing for a lot of us to like be deeply healed. This sextile is like, yeah, it's time for me to like take my health into my own hands, to take like devotional energy towards your value, towards your worth, towards building and I'm literally seeing like, it's such an, okay, they just showed me quicksand, where it's like the more you struggle against whatever is present in your life, the less it's going to work. And there's sort of this deeper surrender, and then things open up for you at this time, where this South Node is like the kind of last like parts of you. Venus brings in this deeper integration for this South Node energy, because South Node in Virgo has been like more of the intellectual, like, I've got to get it right. It's got to be planned. It's got to be perfect. And Venus comes in and is like, is that true? Especially with this happening here. With the, I'm like this, Neptune going retrograde at this time too. There's this deeper like, whoa, Nelly, like, I keep expecting everything else around me to like magically work, when it's just like, I just need to do the things that I've literally been putting on the back burner and just like get things in order. For some people that might be, like, for my entrepreneurs out there, like upping your prices. For some of you, it's like setting concrete boundaries. For some of you, it's like actually deep cleaning your house. Like, this is very practical stuff. And it does connect to this North Node in Pisces lesson, which is like the physical and the spiritual work hand in hand. So there's been this deeper trust, and spirit has brought you to where you're at here, and this surrender. And now it's like, now it's time to lay these building blocks. There's a lot of, oh my God, of course, issues found. Like, literally, that is fucking hilarious that popped up. That's what's happening. Because I was literally like, there's more to this. And so the virus found, like, you're getting to see. Ooh, I heard like maybe, source, like the core source of perceived mental health things, and also like the stories. It's, oh my gosh, it's taking me back. If you guys haven't read the four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, like the core story and of like the power of the word, the power of the mind, like people don't know that most of the time they're just spreading black magic by just like speaking ill of things. And it always like makes me think of how we can unintentionally create storms for people and or for ourselves by just saying things. Like, for example, if you, let's go back to like a high school circumstance where you're talking to a friend and you signed up for a new class, and this person goes, I hated that teacher. They were a dick and they sucked and like they made my life hell. And so you already go into said circumstance with this idea because they told you their experience. You're already adopting. Thanks for the follow. Let's go. Oh, so many new friends on Twitch. Thank you. You're already creating this like preconceived notion of what that circumstance is going to be. There's a deeper purification that is happening here. There's this deeper purification of like, actually, no, I'm just going to let my own deeper trust with spirit, North Node and Pisces, actually show me what is true and what is not true. And then my internal compass, Venus and Virgo, is going to be able to orient me to clearing things up, to connecting to the things I'm meant to connect with, to the things that match my integrity. Okay? Yeah. Right? And this is where I am so deeply aware of my emotional, and this is, I'm on like the other end of the spectrum, just a little moment of vulnerability from me to you guys, because I just love testing those edges for myself. Is I am so emotionally aware of my emotional terrain and the intensity that it can cause, that when I share with people, I ask first, do you have the capacity to actually hold this? Do you have the capacity? Like, are you in a space where we can have a conversation? Like, I have a lot that's moving. I would love to chat, right? Instead of just like messaging somebody and being like, bleh, here's all my stuff, without asking. So, oh my gosh, Emma, let's freaking go. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. So there's that sort of, that's coming in with like this emotional hygiene piece. And this was a conversation I was having with my bonus dad the other day about like, I'm like, people just be oozing everywhere. People just be oozing their emotional shit. everywhere. Ugh, gross. So Venus and Virgo is like, there's going to be a deeper clarity of like what's been leaking, where you've been leaking too, especially with this trying to Chiron, where it's like, oh, it's time for me to patch that part up and like get clear, get clean, and get precise. Hi, Amber. I figured it was you, Amber, because your profile picture. Okay. Ah, I flashbanged us. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Yes. Okay, so that is, I feel like I could talk about this configuration for ages because of just a long time. Well, this is a beautiful opportunity, Amber, because this Venus and Virgo is really going to lock into like, where are these feelings coming from? And like, where do they live? And is it mine? Can I let it go? Or is this a story that I just adopted because my mom told me X, Y, and Z? So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and jump to Sunday, the 12th. Pew. We could leave this place. All right, we've got our first Mercury Cazimi happening here in Cancer. So a Cazimi is when anything is conjunct the sun. It means the heart of the sun, so it amplifies this energy. Yeah. This is going to be interesting because this Mercury retrograde is already like bringing up a lot of emotional substance to be witnessed, and this is bringing it to the heart of the sun, the heart of our ego. So on Sunday, July 12th, we are having the opportunity to like really witness and see some of these deeper themes that have been coming up with this Mercury retrograde. It's like, oh, that's the source, or that's the thing. And like not fully getting the full picture yet, but it's like this deeper clicking into place. Okay. This is, yeah. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. There's going to be a deeper revelation happening at this time on this day, emotionally driven, emotionally charged, where the image that's coming to mind with this retrograde and this moment, this Cazimi, is like laying at the bottom of the seafloor in just this deepened state of surrender, in this deepened state of just being. And just like, and you can see like the sunlight coming through, like the water, like filtered. And it's just this moment of like, we're here in this spot and I get to see, and like, I'm like, now they're like showing me like looking around and like seeing what's laying here at the bottom and like what is still left. And I feel like this is a very tender time for you to cater to, like, I heard like lost parts of you, pieces that have been like really begging to be felt and witnessed and released. And like, it doesn't feel heavy, but it's this deeper, just like, oh, that's it. Yeah, Anna, I wrote a whole piece that I was going to have published with my friend Ollie. She's doing something really cool, but I ended up taking my piece out because it's not yet ready to live out in the world yet, because it's so present for me. It's still like really a real thing that I'm moving through, and so eventually it'll have its moment somewhere at the surface. But there's this deeper invitation with this Kazemi. Yeah, I'm thinking of like, yeah, I was feeling Little Mermaid and I'm seeing like old skeletons too, like these old parts that are still just like down there, like in this space where it's like, oh, it's time to like release it. It's time to, or even like, there's just this witnessing that's happening here. And so on this Sunday, in which we will all be meeting, because I will be live on Sunday at the same time, there's this deeper invitation to just be with the feelings that are present and witness and just let yourself move through them, right? Mercury in Cancer, it's not really cerebral, it's emotional. It is the wisdom that comes from the programming of the blood, the body, the like DNA, right? Because our blood is water, most of our body is water. And so there's this deeper like reprogramming that is happening with how we respond and our emotional responses. And with the sun here highlighting that, it's like this moment of like really getting to see the light in the darkness, really, really getting to see. Yeah, it feels very mythical and metaphorical the way Spirit's having me communicate this to you, because it is like this water realm is just like, I'm almost just like hearing like, is this true? Like, are these parts, these pieces, these patterns that I've been following my whole life, are they really true? Are they true? What is mine now? Who am I now? And like, it's interesting because I'm feeling like the urge to cry too, because it really feels like cathartic too. Yeah. Oh, thank you, VC Mag. It's very, I feel very blessed by all of you to be able to sit here and do this work. Izzy a year ago would not have imagined the opportunity to be in this space and to have witnessed my abilities grow by showing up every day. But it's like exactly what I shared with my niece, who could almost do a full cartwheel when she just started learning cartwheels. I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. She's been practicing every day. And I said, do you know what's changed? She's like, no. And I was like, you've been doing this every day. She's like, oh yeah. Yeah. She's 5. And it's just that like deepening of like consistency. Yeah, man, that's the astrology, man. I got really into it at the end there, and just a lot of like tenderness in my heart, especially because this Cancer energy and how the transits are moving for me personally. It's moving through my 11th house of community, which is all of you guys. Like, I'm in this deep, deep, like reverent reflection of like what has been cultivated, and like the recognition of like the responsibility, but also the like respect that has been cultivated here. And I just feel really, really honored. Yeah, Aaliyah, thank you. Like, I could cry just reading that. Aaliyah over here said, I can really feel you holding us. Like, and that's why I've had to like really pull back my offerings, because I'm like, oh no, like there's so much that is, yeah, it's a very beautiful co-creation that is happening in this space. And like, I take it very seriously. Like, I take it very, very seriously. Oh, thank you, Anna. That's what, like a little fun fact. I'm opening up more. Like, Callie, if you're still here, Callie did a reading for me for my birthday and was like, you don't have to like share everything with everybody all the time. And I was like, that's what I do though. Like, that's how I've called all of you guys in, is because I'm like, I open my heart and I'm like, oh, I hope they like me. And then I've just been so blessed with people that have received my vulnerability. And my Mercury is in the 8th house, which I'm honest, but it's in Aries, which is like very, very just like direct and personal. And so it's like, I can't not share who I am when I'm speaking. It's the only way I'm able to like connect these dots is through these like lived experiences, but also through the co-creation of consistently going to the underworld and going to that bottom of the ocean and laying there for a while. So thank you, Anna. I see you too with that. And I feel really honored to have you here. And if you guys are joining for the first time and you have yet to join the Discord community, like, please come join. Like, it's time. It is time to join. And for those of you who are like, I just don't use Discord, I have a tutorial on how to use space. Yeah, you told me to cry on camera. I've done it. I've been crying. I cry in videos now and I just like get emotional, and I'm now like just crying at random times. I'm an Aquarius moon, guys. Crying is like not my normal emotional expression, but I could yap to you guys about like how that's been moving in my own process of like, was that just a learned behavior? And now I just finally feel safe in myself to like actually cry. Computer noises. No, literally, that's me crying. It's like beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Did my first cycle in the underworld, bottom of the ocean this last year. Let's freaking go. Okay, sweet friends. Just a recap of the astro. Monday, July 6th, the sun is squaring Saturn. On Tuesday, July 7th, Neptune stations retrograde and will be retrograde until December 12th. Thursday, July 9th, we have all this Venus stuff happening as Venus enters Virgo. She meets the South Node, trines Chiron. And then Sunday, July 12th, we have this Mercury Cazimi happening. Now it is time for questions. So opening the floor for anybody, any astro questions, guys. Yes. Emma, I'm literally so freaking glad that you finally have like jumped into the Discord, because I know you've been orbiting the space for a while, but I was like, when are you going to join? Like, when are you going to be in there? And it's honestly, your energy has just like added in so much like joy and excitement and like just your powerful, beautiful energy. It's just so sweet. He's so sweet. Ooh. Yeah, Anna, I'll touch on that. So Anna asked more about the implications of when the North Node and South Node move into different signs. I'm actually going to be doing a full YouTube video breakdown on this. That's on my to-do list for this week and or next week. So if you're not subscribed to my astrology YouTube, so little background of like my business, I don't really know how to bridge these things, but my midheaven's Gemini, so I'm just kind of all over the place when it comes to business. There's 8th house Mercury, which has more of a following, and then there's Astremia, which is like my core astrology stuff that I do. So Astremia is where I post this stuff, but I know I'm going to be diving deeper into it. But just like right off the bat, even with I gotta crack my back, gotta get in alignment for this. Even when we had that shift, so let's rewind back to the beginning of this year when we had our eclipse portal, which we had the solar eclipse in Aquarius happening on the 17th of February. We got a sneak peek of this energy. At that time, I was holding my eclipse portal container. So shout out to those of you who were in that container, which I'm going to be doing that for this upcoming eclipse portal with my inner circle. So yeah, that eclipse portal was fucking crazy. And each eclipse portal is going to be, that's just what they are. So for those of you, if you want to be held in that, come join the inner circle. I would love to have you guys there. Yeah. So as the North Node and South Node shift signs, so we're moving from the axis of Pisces and Virgo into Leo and Aquarius. And so the South Node in Leo, there is this deeper look, and it's such an interesting thing. And this is why I want to do a full YouTube video breakdown on it. And I just want to sit with the energy more deeply, but just like what has been coming up as I've been witnessing the energy, we have Jupiter in Leo right now that's expanding the Leo energy. And then we have the South Node also entering Leo at the other end. So they're doing this like really freaking weird thing where a part of us is wanting to be seen, and the South Node is asking, is that authentic? Or like really, really, why is it called a portal though? So the first eclipse portal we had this year was through February 17th to March 3rd. And then this upcoming one is August 12th to August 27th. It's called a portal because eclipses always happen in pairs, Emma. So we'll have a eclipse on one day. It's like the 2 weeks between eclipses. It's just this heightened moment of like really weird energy and omens and learning. And then it's like, then we take the next 6 months to the next eclipse portal and we integrate. Sorry, Anna, I'm like jumping all around. I want to answer your question. So it's kind of complex, truthfully, because of the fact that that Jupiter is going to be in Leo. And that brings in this edge of, is your light authentic? Is your light authentic? Because the South Node in Leo is tearing down any authenticity. It's going to be very interesting. I already am seeing a lot of fall of like big Hollywood people, or a lot of exposure of like things happening, because the North Node in Aquarius is asking for new leaders to step up, new leaders that actually can hold a true vision. Wherever that's landing in your own personal chart, it's going to have its own theme, which I have, that is another thing that I offer. I have eclipse reading. So like what the next 18 months is going to look like for people. If anybody's interested in that. Now, the North Node in Aquarius, and with Pluto being there too, guys, radical responsibility and radical rebellion and radical there's a word that I want. Authenticity. When is this? We're just talking about the nodes shifting signs. They're going to be shifting in the end of July, and we'll be there for the next 18 months. Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a deeper share on this for sure. And so the North Node in Aquarius really is asking, especially since Jupiter is like kind of showing you your light, but it's like, can you use your light to refract it on the collective? Where it's like, it's not just for me, where I need people to look at me and see me and observe me. It's like, eyes are on me, but I'm sharing this light. And like, for example, it's been interesting watching this play out in the community space that I've created, right? Where, Aaliyah, you started your movie club around that time, where I'm like, oh, I get to highlight another person with a space I've created. And now there's been more people that I've created a container for people to share their things. And I'm like, look at these people. This isn't about me. This is about the community. This is about everybody. That's what the North Node in Aquarius is asking for everybody, is how can you be your authentic light and allow it to not shine to be in competition with others, but highlight the other and highlight the collective. So anybody who is operating their business or operating their own integrity and their own being from a space of, I need to be seen because I need to be center stage and I need to be the center of attention, they're going to fall. Their business is going to fail. Their projects are not going to work. It's all about collective co-creation and how we can all collectively build each other up. Can't do it alone. Why frowny faces, Callie? Yeah. It's like, but Jupiter in Leo is saying, I do want eyes on me, but it's for the purpose of you being your authentic self. So if any of it is performative, because you want the likes, you want the shares, you want the, right? You want all these things, right? It's not going to work. It just is not going to work. Mm-hmm. We're all in this together. That's why I haven't posted. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Callie. I'm so proud of you for naming that too. 1000%. And it's why I hardly post on Instagram also too. Yeah. Hey, can we switch the movie for movie night tonight? Can we watch High School Musical? Yeah, so it really is, and it's beautiful, and it's really understanding, like, who do you want in your circle? Who do you want on your team? Are these people that are like actually doing the same thing as you, which is I'm not the set, like, I'm not asking people to orbit around me. It's kind of that piece where like I'm sitting with my business. I'm like, I do these things so I can expand it. And like, I don't feel that you guys realize, especially those of you who are in the inner circle. I'm going to be so raw and real with you guys right now. Those of you that are dedicated to this container, you guys have given me livelihood so I don't have to stress and like fight to live. I finally get to relax and actually create the comfort and the emotional terrain that I want to create with our community space. And for those of you that like, I get to like use it's a crazy thing. Like, I feel like spirit is like directing traffic. They're like, we're just doing this like where we're all going to be able to help support each other. It is so wild. And then I'm like, and then I get to promote people. And I have so many ideas and I'm just waiting for the nodes to switch signs. Cause like I see these bigger things that are being built. I have a lot of things in transition in my life right now, and it's asking me to have a bigger container to hold these bigger visions. So we got a lot coming. We're doing a lot of cool things. So like, again, like I have so much gratitude for those of you who have like shown up for me so I can show up for you, and that you are showing up for you so you can show up for me and other people and the people around you. And like, we're just lifting each other higher and higher. It's so fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me, the eclipse portal revealed to me something that I'm supposed to create, and it's still been cooking. Not cooking. It's like, yeah. Can you take me higher? Okay, sweet friends. Any other astro questions? I also am going to be doing some more lives more often. I love connecting with you guys in this way, like live readings too. So card readings, not chart readings. I will never do live chart readings unless for funsies. I do like chart roasting, where I roast your guys' natal charts. Right? It's funny. It's funny. Funny. Okay. Any other? I have a chart for you to roast. Oh my god, chart roasting. I think it'd be funny to do it. Oh my gosh, poor Mina. I read Mina's chart. It's a good roast. When I meet one-on-one with people, like I genuinely, I'm like, I'm showing you these things. Because like we gotta look at these, but like, oh my gosh. Callie's like, I volunteer my chart. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll put that on the schedule. We'll do some chart roasting, and you guys can like DM me your guys' charts, or like join the I'm only going to have it be for people who are in the Discord community so that you guys can share the charts more easily versus like people that just pop in. It's going to be like a funnel like that. To have people join the community and things like that too. I think that'd be fun. Yes. And for those of you who are just popping in for the first time, I do this every Sunday. We talk about the astro forecast. We dive deep. I will grab that link. Here it is. You can join there. Everybody's like, roast my chart. It's not going to be nice though, by the way. It's going to be me like just straight up calling you guys out just to be aware. So maybe we'll like have a couple charts a week that we could do that. Now I'm like, what else was I saying? My newsletter. Yeah. If you weren't able, to be hear the whole live stream, my newsletter is the next best thing. that Blink is interested in contacting the host. I don't know. Was somebody wanting to go live with me? Heck no. Let's see. Doesn't really show me much on my end. Okay. You could take a screenshot of it and send it to me and then I'll research it. But plugged letters of 8th house. Let's go. I don't think I've yet subscribed to your new one, Elia. I need to get on that. I need to read. All right, sweet friends. Thanks for hanging out. Keep your eye on YouTube for their live stream recap. It's going to be uploaded to 8th House Mercury because I'm live on that account, but I'm also going to upload it to Astromia where it's actually chopped up. So yeah. All right, guys, I love you. I have to pee really bad, so I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. Love